dream I know. Deep up my feelings for you.
My wonderful people, welcome back to my wonderful channel, Reality Latest Gist, your home of news and politics. Thank you so much for joining us on today's wonderful news. The headlines: the PDP Senate caucus insisted that Ihodalo won the governorship election poll. In Edo State, moving on after this, we have last week. Large number of Nigerians gathered again in protest against the escalating cost of petrol. But guys, before our comments fully, I would like to welcome those that are joining us on today's wonderful news for the first time. You guys are highly welcome. Kindly subscribe, like, comment, share, but don't forget to turn notification bell to get notified whenever we drop a video, because I'm sure you don't want to miss out the trending latest news happening on social media. To all our returning subscribers, viewers, thank you so much for joining us. So guys, let's proceed. The PDP Senate caucus said that the candidate of the last governorship election in Edo State, Obaseki Ihodalo, won the governorship election of Edo State. The leaders of the caucus, Abamoro, stated this when he was addressing the journalists after the caucus meeting at the National Assembly complex in Abuja. However, the election of Edo State was held on 21st September. And the Independent National Electoral Commission declared the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Mondo Obolo, as the winner of the election, having scored the highest votes. So now, INEC subsequently issued a certificate of return to Mr. Mondo Obolo, and he has since been sworn in as governor of Edo State. But Mr. Moro, who is the Senate minority leader, insisted that the PDP mandate was stolen in Edo State, and he vowed that the party would work hard to retrieve their mandate. He said everybody is worried for the Nigerian democracy, and INEC has taken notes here and there over the conduct of the election, but every failure is a lesson for future adventure. So they're sincerely hoping to work hard in Edo State, where the mandate of PDP was stolen, to make sure that the people's mandate is restored, because failure is a mechanism for future success. So concerning Ganduje comment when Senator Mondo Obolo was declared winner of Edo State, the caucus also responded to a comment by the national chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, that the ruling party would soon take over all the southwest states. He said the APC is currently ruling 4 of the 6 southwest states: Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, and Ekiti. The PDP is in power in Oyo and Osun states. So Mr. Moro, who represents Benue South Senatorial District, said the leadership of the PDP would ensure they retain the state in subsequent elections. So the PDP has taken note of that statement, and they have a government in Osun State now, and they want to retain that position. So concerning the PDP crisis, the Senate minority leader also said that the leadership of the PDP is striving hard to return the party to the winning days. Damagu is the acting chairman of the PDP. The PDP is not just about Damagu, according to Mr. Moro. He said the PDP is about members of the PDP. They are working round the clock to make sure that PDP gets to their winning ways. When they were winning as PDP, that other political parties were losing. So what is this brouhaha about PDP losing the election? That is so painful to lose the election, and no doubt about it. But as he said before, it is a common words that if anyone fails today and they are able to stand up, that they strategize to win tomorrow. So they're not afraid. They know what tomorrow will bring. And so whatever they have lost today, that as of PDP, they are working hard. And the part of the working hard is the meeting that the caucus has had today to strategize towards ensuring that they do not lose future election, including the election in Osun State. So right now, my people, is still insisting that Obaseki Ihodalo won the Edo State governorship election. So, APC don't they both say they are winning mostly all the states, that very soon they are going to occupy all the states. But PDP say made no worry, say that they wait for them, because they feel say as they fail today, they don't feel rise tomorrow. But my people, PDP say they go shock APC. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions in our comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much for staying to yours. Moving on to the next one. Last week, a large number of Nigerians gathered again in protest against the escalating cost of petrol, its scarcity, and general economic hardship in the country. So the time around, the protest was led by one Abdullahi Bila, With his 2 million march against the oil scam squad, it was suffice to the state here that the genesis of the current economic challenges Nigerians are facing is rooted in the abrupt removal of fuel subsidy by the current regime on May 29, 2023. And the now infamous fuel subsidy is gone, pronouncement by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But granted that payment of subsidy on fuel was a major pain in the neck of the country and the economy. And to that extent, visually everybody, including almost all the presidential candidates, agreed to remove the subsidy if they assume power. That the removal of subsidy is an idea for which time is ripe does not mean that the citizens that are supposed to benefit from such removal will be strangulated to death as a result. So the point must be made here that before President Bola Tinubu's ascension of power, fuel was sold at 198 per litre. But as we speak now, hey, my people, fuel is dispensed at over 1,200 in most states of the Federation. Also, to be pointed out is that fuel in Nigeria is the major lubricant of virtually all the activities in the country. As such, anything that touches the fuel affects the whole country in a very significant way. And we think people don't understand. Farmers, transporters, teachers, students, workers, and so many other people. All categories of people have one thing or the other to do with price and usage of fuel. So the farmers are affected because they need vehicles to convey their farm produce from one location to another, and vehicles that will facilitate the movement of goods are powered by fuel. This is particularly so as in a country where we don't have a functional rail system or efficient waterway means of transportation. So the same thing applies to artisans who also need this fuel for their work. Barbers, hairdressers, and pepper grinders need fuel to power their clippers, dryers, and machines. So now everybody they affect. Since fuel is the life oil of almost all the economic activities in the country, anything that touches it negatively always lead to restlessness, protest, and unrest. Now, what do people don't understand? This is because a high cost of fuel normally leads to a high cost of transportation, which affects visually all the segments of the economy. It will affect workers and students who will enter vehicles that will transport them to work and school, respectively. So it will affect traders as well and farmers who will use vehicles to transport their goods and services and make things cost. I think government no understand, because at the end of the day, it is the common man on the street that will bear the burden, as the cost of fuel will pass to him, in as much as we all crave peace and tranquility to reign in the country. The point must be made that a way out ought to be sought to address this suffering that Nigeria are passing through now as a result of the high cost of petrol. What the government should have done or ought to do now is to see that all 4 refineries are working. If they function optimally, the cost of fuel will not be that high, as the burden of import duties will be removed and price will be moderate. So the federal government should, as matter of urgency, national importance, see that the refineries are revamped, or they should say with the best price because people are suffering. The government should provide the necessary support and enabling environment for Dangote refinery to function seamlessly and provide fuel for domestic use. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions in our comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you so much for staying to us.